Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Jimmy at Whiteacre Properties. We are just putting the finishing touches on our project here at 14 Churchill Street, getting ready for the open house, which is in 2 days from now. This project was one of those things where we touched every part of the house. There is not a single thing that was untouched. Everything is brand new. We have a lot to show you today. We're going to start with the outside. So let's start here with the front entry, okay? This was an addition. One of the goals of this project was to improve curb appeal. That's always one of our goals. However, this situation was a little unique in that this house really had no curb appeal. The front door faced the driveway this way. You can see to my right are the two garage doors. Who wants a front door facing the garage doors? Nobody. You can't even see it from the street. The only solution to solve that problem was to locate the front door in this little bump out addition. So everything behind me right now is actually brand new. The original house ended in this plane right here and went straight back to the corner. And so these steps, that landing, that door, the little foyer entry, that's all brand new. And that was a value add decision that was made early on to increase curb appeal, but it also increases the functionality of the house. You know, now you can walk in and have a little drop zone to put your coats and your backpacks and all that good stuff. So we'll take a look at that inside, but I just wanted to point out that that was one of the early decisions that we made. Increase curb appeal, make a better floor plan, and it's a win-win all around when you do something like that. While we're looking at the outside here, I just want to point out, like I mentioned earlier, nothing was untouched, everything is brand new. This here is fiber cement siding, and we went with a two-tone approach. You'll notice that this is gray board and batten. And we wanted to kind of have this front section of the house, it kind of juts out from the main part of the house. We wanted this to be a focal point. We wanted it to stick out. And so we left the back part of the house white clapboard siding, just pretty typical standard. But that allows this front section to pop with this awesome gray color. The stairs, the landing, the patio, the driveway, I could go on and on and on. We did everything at this house. So come on around. New landscaping, new lawn. When we got here, this whole front yard was full of weeds. It was completely overgrown. Nobody had touched it, and they hadn't done a fall cleanup or a spring cleanup in probably 35, 40 years. Everything was just overgrown and gross. We yanked it all out. We took down some trees here that were shading the house too much. We pruned up the rest of the trees. We put in a nice mulched bed in the front just to get some foundation plantings. One of the goals of that was to kind of disguise the basement windows. They face the street. That's not really, it's not totally desirable from a curb appeal standpoint, and we didn't want to eliminate them, so we decided to just put these native shrubs. These are ilex shrubs. We wanted to put those in front of them and just dress it up a little bit. The grass is having a hard time coming in with all the rain this summer. I feel like every time we put grass seed down, a new thunderstorm would roll in or the remnants of a hurricane, and it washed all the grass seed down to the road. So had to repeat over and over again, but you can see it is coming up. It's getting there. Around here on the side of the house, this here is our kitchen, and we redesigned the floor plan of the kitchen. We'll talk about that in a little bit when we go inside. But here you can really see the difference in the two siding materials and colors that we chose. And again, the object was really just to provide a little bit more interest, visual interest to this front part of the house and kind of showcase it and give that fresh curb appeal that everybody loves. Here's our walkout sliding glass door to the patio. Again, this was just overgrown, flat, weedy mess. There was no usable yard space whatsoever to speak of. And so we went ahead and we flattened all of this, and then we had the mason come in and lay these nice pavers. It's not huge. It doesn't have to be. You don't need a 20 by 30 or any large patio. You just need something to put a couple chairs and a table. You don't need to go crazy and spend a ton of money, but it just accomplishes the goal with not a whole lot of effort when you do something like this. I think this is 12 feet by 16 feet, And then we landscaped it to give it a little bit more privacy, because this does face the street, and we wanted to make sure that people felt like they weren't in a fishbowl, and they could hang out here with their friends and not be, on display for all the neighbors to see. Okay, so we just talked about the exterior of the home and did a quick walkthrough. Let's go inside the house and I'll show you everything that we did inside. I want to point out this entry addition that we put on. I had mentioned earlier that the goals of this entry was really twofold: increase curb appeal, increase functionality and flow for the floor plan. And I think we definitely succeeded in accomplishing both of those goals. You walk in the front door, you've got a nice little drop zone. You've got a bench and some hooks perhaps that you could hang up some coats and some book packs, some backpacks, I think that is. And then you come in and you've got this awesome, you could see right into the kitchen, okay? It's like you walk in and boom, there's the focal point of the nice range hood on the kitchen. You could use this area as a flex space. Maybe the kids want to do homework here. They could set up a little TV here, kind of have a little breakfast nook, just a seating area. And then here, oh my gosh, you guys, where do I begin? We did so much to this part of the house. There was a wall that went all the way from here to the other end of the house, okay? And so this section was divided up into 3 rooms. You had a living room, you had a dining room, you had a small kitchen, and it was so chopped up and just chunky and clunky, it didn't work at all. And so we knew immediately that we had to change that. And the first part of that change was to remove this wall. And in this case, it was a load-bearing wall, and so there were structural elements involved. But we worked with an engineer to solve all of those potential problems. And then, your end result is this nice, big, wide open space, okay? So you can see straight shot through to the kitchen. Now you've got daylight. I mean, this house was dark. There was not, we added windows everywhere. It was just dark and just bland and didn't really have any good things going for it. The kitchen design is something that we're really proud of. We worked with a new outfit this time, and I think that this design is like the best possible scenario, the best solution for the footprint, the layout of this house. We've got this nice peninsula here. You've got the bar stools on that side so you could sit and talk to your pals. You've got the sink overlooking the yard, a nice professional grade cooktop with the hood vent above. We don't typically do that, but in this case, this is sort of a higher end finish. We felt like it was, necessary to appeal to a buyer in this price range, in this category, to do a nice range hood like that. And then let's go down to the dining room next. Again, open concept. You've got your kitchen. You've got this nice cozy dining area, and it's fully connected. It's like being in one big open space. And then another thing, this is sort of a COVID feature. We wanted a lot of workspace, okay? We wanted office space or flex play space, and this room accomplishes that, okay? It's very centrally located next to the kitchen, and it's big enough that you could have, mom or dad setting up an office space, and then you could have the kids have their little zone as well. And then someone pointed out that if you wanted to have a big Thanksgiving or holiday meal, you could stretch your dining room table through this entryway and then have, like, say, a 20-foot table or something crazy like that for all of your guests. So this is another flex space, but it's really, the intention was office and playroom, just a nice little area for that. One thing that I think came out phenomenal in this project is the staging. We've been working with Chelsea for a long time, and she had to really cram in at the last minute. There's always this big rush at the end of the project, but Chelsea did a fantastic job. She may have even stayed up to watch the sunrise. She was here so late the night that she set all this up, and the result is just fantastic. Everything looks superb. I'm very excited about that. Okay, and as we go back through the kitchen, the open concept continues on to the living room. Check out this awesome living room, okay? Again, there was a wall that came out to here, and this step wasn't here. It was off to the side, okay? There was just one little step to the side and then a wall here, And so this was fully separate from this. And in today's day and age, people don't want that, okay? You want a direct line of sight. You want more communal living spaces where everybody can see and hear each other. And to me, this is far enough away that you could be down here with the game on and still have a conversation up in the kitchen with other people if you wanted to. And this is one of the few things in the house that is original to the house and was more or less untouched by us. We didn't do anything to this stone facade, partly because we just thought it was too unique and original and in good enough shape to do anything to. We didn't want to tear it down. We thought about whitewashing it, but the natural stone just sort of fits. And we found a way to make the transition from the stone wall to the floor with this nice hearth piece right here. So I'm excited about that. The fireplace is going to be nice and it's functional, it's warm and cozy, and the stone really pops. It just gives this house a unique flavor that I'm really excited about. What else in this room? Oh, I should point out all the floors, brand new floors throughout, okay? This is all new solid oak floor down here. And as you walk out here to the laundry room, it continues to the garage entry. This is probably going to be the door that the homeowners will use most often coming in and out of the garage. But as you come into the garage, there's a little like drop zone of a laundry room. This is sort of like a mud room, laundry room that is tucked away to the side. And we just put these nice tiles down. As you can tell, they're not finished yet. It's always a race to the finish line to get everything done in time. But our tile guy is going to come tonight and put the grout in between all of these new tiles. But again, laundry, there'll be nice shelves above there for storage. And you know, the homeowners can have this be like a storage drop zone. Nice bathroom in here, check this out. That's an amazing tile, I love that, that's so unique. That's one thing that Annie is good at, is finding things that are current and also, you know, just totally unique. No one else is really using them. So it gives the house just a nice fresh feel. I feel like everything is brand new. Not a single component of this staircase was existing. They had an old handrail with newel posts that were simply just dated from the 1960s. And we were gonna keep them, but then we realized this whole house is updated. Everything else is crisp and brand new. If you had, you know, a handrail set that was clearly screaming 1965 or something like that, it stuck out like a sore thumb. It just didn't look good. And we had put so much work into the rest of the house that we felt like it was, you know, warranted to redo the staircase as well. So we got these nice farmhouse style newel posts and then these iron metal balusters. It's just really, really fresh and current, and this is what today's modern buyer is really looking for. So we're excited about that. New treads. And here we are now in the master bedroom. Again, one of the problems of this house was that it was dark everywhere. There was a couple of windows in here existing. However, we made them bigger and we doubled the amount of windows. These windows were not here, and they allow so much more daylight into here, and it just brightens up the place and makes it so much more appealing. And then the bathroom, again, all of our bathrooms are typically gut remodeled, and this was certainly no exception. We took all of this down to the studs, and then we actually made it bigger too, because the original shower was about 30 inches by 30 inches. You couldn't flex your elbows any more than this inside the shower. And we just felt like that was unacceptable for, you know, a house of this quality to have such a small shower. And so we pushed the wall back into the master closet, and that got even just, I think it was only 6 or 8 inches, but it made such a difference. We went 6 or 8 inches that way and about 16 inches this way. And in a shower like that, every inch matters, and it made a dramatic improvement. We also reconfigured the way that the plumbing was laid out. This toilet used to be up against this wall, and then the vanity was up against this wall. But by switching things around, we were able to get a his and hers vanity. So you've got a dual sink vanity now up against this wall and plenty of room for the toilet. And so by tweaking the layout of the bathroom, we're able to make it so much more appealing and user-friendly. And the bathroom in the hallway, of course, is brand new. We have a double vanity in this one as well. A nice new tiled shower, bathtub. And again, every single piece of plumbing in this house is brand new. Every single electrical wire. We replastered the whole first floor and much of the second floor. Brand new insulation in both attics. Nothing was untouched. We did a complete overhaul of this house. This front corner bedroom, everything's brand new. This bedroom over here, which was very nicely staged by Chelsea, everything is brand new. And we added more windows to these bedrooms as well, just to increase the daylight. So it's a full overhaul. Everything is just looking so sharp right now. All right, thanks so much for tuning in and watching us do this walkthrough here in Sudbury. Please let us know what you think. We love feedback. We love hearing from you guys. I know that a lot of you have already commented on our previous videos. If there's anything that you like particularly about the house or about today's walkthrough or about our projects in general, please feel free to add a comment. And we love interacting with you guys online, and thanks so much for tuning in.